My name's David Kenner. I'm a journalist. I'm based in Beirut, Lebanon. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. I knew ICWA Fellows ever since I first moved to Beirut in 2006. One of my first friends was Andrew Tabler, who was an ICWA Fellow in Syria at that time. When I went to foreign policy, I edited the work of a lot of ICWA Fellows, Neri Zilber, Susie Hansen, and was really always impressed with the depth and research that they were allowed to do on an ICWA Fellowship. So when I finally had a chance myself to do this sort of in-depth research away from foreign policy, ICWA was a natural fit and a natural thing for me to think about. The core question that I have is how the economy is changing in Saudi Arabia, how the flows of money are changing, and essentially whether Saudi Arabia can change those flows of money in the economic landscape quickly enough to provide for this youth boom that is coming up in the country. This is going to be the first generation in Saudi Arabia that pays taxes, that has to work for a middle-class living, that deals with a far weakened social safety net. And if the kingdom can't cope with this huge youth boom, it faces extreme political problems. Saudi Arabia is also America's oldest ally in the Arab world, and it's the most powerful country in the Arab world. If Saudi Arabia isn't as strong as it once was, that affects if America might go to war in the Middle East. It affects huge policies that have international ramifications, both in the Middle East and beyond. So I can't wait to get on the ground and talk to Saudis, both regular Saudis and Saudi officials, about how their country is changing and about where they envision their country in 20, 30 years, and try to assess for myself whether they can make that goal a reality. And from there, I hope to come back to the United States and share what I find with the American public and American policymakers, and try to inform the debate about Saudi Arabia, which is raging in Washington these days. Greg Pfeiffer and the entire ICWA team have been immensely helpful with this project. And it's a project that I couldn't tackle without ICWA, without the institutional backing to help me obtain a visa, to make introductions, to give me the support to live in Saudi Arabia for 2 years. For anyone looking at ICWA, the first thing you need to understand and appreciate is the importance of delving deep into societies and the connection between the society and culture and its politics and its place and its relationship with the United States. One of the huge benefits of this is that you really you get to dig in deep to these issues in a way you don't get to do as a journalist, is you don't get to do working for a think tank. They give you a freedom that you're not going to get anywhere else from another organization. And that's really special, both for language skills, for making contacts on the ground. I just think it's a unique experience, and there's nowhere else you're going to get it. And I'm just extremely grateful to the ICWA board and to the ICWA executive team for giving me this opportunity. I think everyone I talk to here in Washington says, "Oh my God, that's an amazing experience. Take me with you." And I'm just extremely grateful for the opportunity.